Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Definition. In this episode we're breaking down the new Netflix series Locke and Key. Throughout this video we're going to be discussing everything you need to know about the new horror show, including its overall plot and ending. There will be heavy spoilers here, so if you haven't had a chance to watch the series yet and don't want to know what happens, then I highly suggest that you turn off now. We will be discussing what the house is and certain elements of the comic book run, so yeah, this is your last chance to turn back if you don't want anything ruined. If you're still here, I just want to give a huge thank you for clicking the video. Now let's get into our breakdown of Locke and Key.
These keys are dangerous. We don't know what they unlock.
What do you suppose on the other side of this?
Nothing good.
Do we really want to know?
You're clear. You have no idea what's coming.
Okay, so Locke and Key is based on the graphic novel series by Joe Hill. Joe Hill is actually Stephen King's son, and though he has some pretty big shoes to fill in regards to his father, the comic book went on to receive critical acclaim across the board. Hollywood has been trying to adapt this for almost a decade now, with there being several failed TV and film projects that never got off the ground. Finally though, Netflix put it into production, and the series definitely doesn't disappoint. The show masterfully follows the original 37-issue comic book run, and it beautifully brings the panels from page to screen in a really engaging way. Similar to the source material, the season follows the Locke family, who, after the murder of Daddy Locke, up sticks and move to their ancestral home, the Key House. After little Georgie, Bodie, the youngest of the family, discovers a woman known as Dodge in a well, he begins to learn about the workings of the property. Through the information that Dodge provides, the family begin to unlock the mysteries of their new home. Yeah, that was terrible. So what's the backstory of the house and what is going on exactly? Well, luckily for you, I dumped the entire graphic novel run in my head in the lead up to the show. The story of Locke and Key dates back to the American Revolution. A group of rebels occupying the ground discovered that on the land existed a portal to another dimension known as the Plane of Lengs. This dimension is filled with demons that can possess people through touching them. However, if they attempt to enter our world, they collapse into piles of whispering iron. Benjamin Locke, the ancestor of the family, forged these into keys that all contain special abilities. The keys all have different attributes to them, including some that allow you to change how you look, allow you to travel anywhere with a door that you've seen, enter your own head, fix broken things, puppeteer people, talk to the dead, leave your body, and so on. Benjamin Locke forged these along with one known as the Omega Key, which can open and close the dimension to the other realm. There's also a key that makes it so you don't have to pay for ice cream apparently. We won't forget that one, Bodie, you thief. The magic of the house has a spell on it, so once you become an adult, the memories start to fade, but they can creep back in as we see throughout the series. Because of this, the house has been extremely sought after by many, and though it starts off as a fun-filled ride, the sinister side of the show slowly starts to creep in. I kinda felt that the pacing was a little slow in the beginning, and had this not had the entire season online from day one, I think watching it week by week would have felt a lot worse. It gets very teen drama at times, which might not bother some people, but I just kinda felt like we spent more time on that early on rather than the more interesting aspects of the show. It takes a couple of hours before it properly takes off, but it's definitely worth your time. There's some awesome moments in the season, such as a cameo from Tom Savini, Mr. X from the X-Files, a trip through a mall of memories, Bodie seems determined to lose his arm again, and we learn more about the powers of the keys as well as the history of the house. The keys empower the kids in a lot of ways, and Kenzie is able to take the personification of fear out of her head, Tyler puts the history of Matheson in, and Bodie takes a ghostly trip to a graveyard. Early on, Dodge tricks Bodie into handing over the Anywhere key, and this starts off a sort of rivalry between her and the family. I'm going to be referring to Dodge as a she, just because the character we see is in the guise of a female. Originally, Dodge was a male and then transformed into a woman after using the transformation key. In pretty much all of the text on the story, Dodge is called a guy, but yeah, it's just easier like this. I will be referring to Lucas as he, even though they're the same character. Like, it gets confusing, try and bear with me. Throughout the series, we learn that Daddy Locke, Rendell, was experimenting with the keys in 1988, and this pretty much set up the events we see in the show. With Duncan'S Memories, it's revealed that the group of teenagers decided to open the door to the realm with the Omega Key in order to trap a demon and forge more keys. Now in the source material, Rendell's younger brother, who later grows up to become Uncle Duncan, was mesmerized by the door and began walking towards it. When trying to stop him, their friend Lucas's hand went through it and Dodge was able to touch and possess him. However, in the Netflix adaptation, it's a lot more simple and Lucas is just hit by a demon and possessed without the hero narrative. That night, Dodge tried to murder the group one by one in order to get the Omega Key. Left with little option, Rendell killed Dodge. This haunted the character and seeped into his bedtime stories, and the survivors covered up the murders and divided the keys amongst themselves. As we know though, Dodge didn't die, and her spirit was brought back by Ellie using the Echo Key, and thus she was able to re-enter the world. After becoming trapped in the will, Dodge manipulated Sam Lesser into going to Rendell to try and get the Anywhere Key. This is what caused the domino effect that led to the character's murder, and slowly set off the chain of events that would lead to Dodge escaping from the well. Dodge is a bad person and will do absolutely anything to get the keys. She goes through the series hunting for them and trying to get revenge on the remaining survivors of the group from 88. We learn that Dodge cannot take the keys from the locks and she must be given them, and left with little option, she recruits Sam as a helper once more and gives him the fire key. To investigate the keys further, Kenzie and her friends travel to the sea cave to try and get to the bottom of exactly what went on with her father and his friends. Here they discover the black doorway and Sam and Dodge make their play. The former takes the family hostage and Dodge seduces Tyler. This is what happens when you lead girls on, bruh, you idiot. Fortunately, he manages to grab the Anywhere Key, and back at the property, Kenzie is able to stall Sam by unleashing the personification of her fear. Back at the house, Tyler traps Sam with the head key and explains to him that he didn't hate him, that his father kept a close eye on him because he cared. Just as he has a change of heart, Dodge arrives, kills Sam, and takes the majority of the keys. Sam manages to become an ethereal ghost, and we discover that Dodge has been masquerading as Lucas and lying low at Ellie's. Using the head key, Dodge is able to enter Erin Voss's mind and obtain the location of the Omega Key. Erin has pretty much been in a vegetative state since becoming trapped in her own mind, and Kenzie learns the truth about Lucas and Dodge. It's revealed that Rendell actually hid the Omega Key within his own head, and since the character was killed and cremated, this now exists within his urn at Key House. Dodge is able to obtain the key to the Crown of Shadows, and with it and the power it possesses, she unleashes an attack on the house. It's an awesome finale that really ramps up the tension, and I loved seeing the Locks use toy lightsabers and flashlights to fend off the dark and demonic forces. They manage to seemingly down Dodge and take her to the Omega Door and send her back to her own dimension. We seemingly get a happy ending, with the Locks deciding that they've found their home at Key House and they want to remain there and protect the objects. They scatter Rendell's ashes and a new group of the Keeper of the Keys is created. Everything looks like it worked out, well, except for one big plot thread that has been left dangling. That is, where is Ellie? Before we get into the rest of the video, I just want to let you know we're giving away a free copy of Dr. Sleep to one random subscriber. All you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts on Locke and Key in the comments section below. The winner is going to be chosen at random on the 15th of February, and the set will be shipped out from then to whoever gets the prize, so best of luck to everyone who takes part. Okay, so as we know, Dodge can use the transformation key to appear differently, and with this power she can place it on others. We learn at the end that Dodge has not only been appearing as Lucas, but also as Kenzie's main love interest to Gabe. Don't worry, Scott, you're the real love interest, Kenzie, you idiot. With this information, we know that Dodge actually transformed Ellie to look like her, appeared as Gabe, and then helped the group to take Ellie to the Omega Door and dumped her in the other dimension. This apparent victory has completely lowered their guard and also made Kenzie put a huge amount of trust in Gabe. Ellie is still apparently missing, and though Bodie suspects that something is up, they don't have any evidence to prove this. We also see with her that opening the door, she has brought forth an ally with her that has infected Eden as well. So there are now two members in the camp that have the Keeper of the Keys trust, and after the last strategy failed, I think they'll be playing things a lot more tactically. In the comic books, Dodge's long game actually lasted years, and she infiltrated the group by appearing as a student. So we do know Dodge is still alive and in the group and actually playing three-dimensional chess with them. So surely she will get the key soon, right? Well, there's actually a lot that happens in the comics, and though I think the series may follow this, I actually think it will also divert from it in several ways. Personally, I think that in the next season that Sam will discover that Dodge is Gabe and that the demon has played the group. Sam is still out there as a ghost, and though we haven't seen him since his last appearance, he has likely still kept a close eye on everyone. Due to his form at the moment, he cannot warn them, but it is possible that if he steps through the door, or if say Bodie uses the ghost key once more, they'll be able to commune with the character. In the comics, Dodge ends up possessing Bodie at one point, and though I'm not going to reveal what happens during this arc, it does have a big impact on the series. I think Bodie will learn the truth from Sam, and Dodge will discover this, and from it be forced to come to the forefront. There's a ton of potential, and I can't wait to see what happens, and yeah, it's really gripping stuff. But what did I think of the season overall? Well, though I did have a lot of fun with Locke and Key, I actually felt the series dragged at some points, especially early on, and personally, I think the season could have been shortened by quite a bit and it would have still have hit all the same plot points. That's not to say it's bad, just there's a lot of scenes here that feel like filler, and I think had these been removed then the show's pacing would have felt a lot better. In terms of Netflix comic book series, I enjoyed the Umbrella Academy more, but this still had some good moments. Locke and Key was still great though, and it was good to see such a faithful adaptation. I definitely recommend everyone gives it a shot to see if it's for them, and it gets a 7 out of 10. Now obviously I'd love to hear your thoughts on Locke and Key and what you took from the ending. Comment below and let me know, and make sure you check out our breakdown of this week's big movie, Gretel and Hansel, which is going to be linked at the end. We give our thoughts on the final scenes, so it's definitely worth checking out if you want to know more. If you want to support the channel from as little as 99 cents a month, then please click the join button below. You get access to content early and can also suggest video topics and breakdowns. We massively appreciate it, and it goes a long way to helping videos like this get made. If you want to come chat to us after the show, either follow us at DefinitionYT or click the Discord link in the description below. Those are the best ways to keep up to date with heavy spoilers, so hopefully we see you over there very soon. This is a channel for people who are never missing television, so if that's the kind of thing you like, you need to subscribe to Definition. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.